Welcome in, my lovely little batlings. It has been a second, and I am sorry. Plus, there's going to be a real quick clip in here somewhere of the two batches of foals that you have not seen because I've been working on this in the background to make sure that we were ready to go for the uh, rival race once I start this, which we should be able to. I will say that this has gone completely differently than I expected. So, the last couple of days, I've been kind of working on this while getting ready for some stuff like IRL stuff in the background that's kind of just messed up my schedule for streaming and this, so forgive me on that. Okay, well, let's get into our polls really quick. Sorry, there's no webcam for this. I recorded it without it, so you're just going to have to deal with the voiceover after the fact. I ended up really loving this foal. This is, of course, our legacy foal before the one that you'll see for the next generation. Their name was actually randomized, and it worked beautifully. Um, love their color. Actually hope to get that coat again at some point, maybe with 4 High Socks next time, or yeah, we'll go socks. My brain is currently not thinking. But this was another horse that I was very proud with when they came. Quite adore the court color. Do wish it stayed a bit darker. The next one is a bit more of a. I want to like the model so bad because I love the breed. And I think there's some really fun colors that can come up in game, but there's just something about the model that is. It's not for me. It really isn't. I adore the breed behind the model, but just I don't know what it is about the model. That said, though, this horse is amazing, and you'll see why later on. Um, wish I kind of have that luck on another horse eventually, but yeah, absolutely amazing horse. Did end up also getting a gray coat. I ended up getting 2 gray coats out of this one, which is not a bad thing by any means. I think it works, which is so funny because that one is both a cream and a champagne, which would have been amazing to see, but the reality is the game said no. Now we're going to get into our second generation here in a second after we go through these genes, which again, this horse also has champagne as a recessive. So near for our next generation, Toffee Coffee Crunch is what I wanted to put on the end of it, but it wouldn't read it out, so I'm a bit sad. I want this coat to pass on so bad. I really adore it, and I will admit I didn't realize there was a B for the longest time on their stats, and I really don't care because they are so stinking good. Um, this ends up being the next legacy horse who got Ghostfish's coat. They ended up actually getting Ghostfish's coat. It's a Ghostfish 2.0, and their name works out so well. But man, I do really like that Ghostfish's coat came back. And then of course we start with the quarter horses again. I kind of am retiring the Akotekes because I just cannot stand the model for some reason. So we're going to work on our quarter horses again, which this scout ended up being a copy of their mother's, which I thought was really funny, just a different color. And we're going to get back into everything else. I was hoping that it would be a legacy horse that we'd be racing with, which we actually have this full. Again, I'll show that clip here in a second. Um, this foal happens to be very similar to Ghostfish in pattern, which I'm very surprised about. Has amazing stats. Figured they would be the one that I'd be racing with because so far they've done just absolutely amazingly with everything else race wise and training them. Um, I think what it came down to is they don't have quite the same track requirements or the best stats for that track. Like track might be hard and they might have a for soft or something. I'll have to take a look at it. I randomly grabbed an Akoseke horse, which I'm hoping you're pronouncing it right. I may be absolutely horribly mispronouncing that. Um, I don't have her mother still, but I bought her mother on the market randomly because she popped up, had decent stats, and so this is that full. And they have 3As, 2A pluses, and they technically have better odds than a horse with basically the same stats, just in different spots. And I think it is just going to come down to track requirements, but that is what I've been waiting on to hopefully get that recorded, which now we're at full to do. Yeah, they're some of the best stats. Yeah, the distance is just somewhat better. Whereas for you just don't have anything. I don't think anything matches up is just the issue. You don't have an issue with anything, just nothing else matches up. Whereas for you, one thing matches up, one thing doesn't. And for you, one thing does match up, so technically better odds. That said, I could probably try it with the Legacy horse. There's nothing saying that we couldn't do it on the Legacy. And I am tempted to try. But I think we're just going to have to do it with the horse that's got the best odds and hope we manage. I don't know how I feel about this particular model. I actually ended up bringing back the quarter horses, and I have one bred that's 4. We'll have to get another position or another rank grade pretty soon. So I think it's 5 and it'll be 6 here pretty soon. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I'd prefer to get in front of him if I could.
3/4 of a mile out, and it's Calamity's Delight. Winter Traveler.
I don't think we're going to be able to.
Robust Hawk charging through. Crunchy Chunk in 4th position. Cabbage Chuckle gaining momentum.
I can't tell if he's got a black horse or a sooty horse.
Then as the race moves on,
the horse has a darker coat on top of coat patterning variation on top of actually lighter coat.
Is coming with a huge run. Guaranteed Crimson with a magnificent run. Calamity's Delight keeping the lead spot. Winter Traveler struggling in this position has put up a big margin from Crunchy
Not really
Chunk.
struggling. I'm also just not
closely followed by Asterisk Vacation.
playing too
Continuing
much
around the track, it's Calamity's Delight.
against his, aside from understanding I'm going to have to
paced away clearly from Crunchy Chunk. 4 lengths away, it's Robust Hawk.
say 250.
Marker, it's Calamity's Delight. Winter
Near start
Traveler,
250,
not
I
feeling
think.
good where it is. Away with a huge margin from Crunchy Chunk. 4 lengths behind, it's Robust Hawk. As they straighten for home, it's Winter Traveler. Calamity's Delight in 2nd place. Winter Traveler.
And we actually did it. Okay, I was a bit worried at the end there.
In 2nd place.
I wasn't sure if that sprint at the end was going to pay off, but it did. Possibly you must be cheating. Well, that's a bold accusation to throw around, considering I spent how many days getting a full for this. Oh, look who it is. I knew you'd make your way here. Not that it matters. There's no way he'll be Calamity's Delight. I absolutely did. For sure, why can't you just leave us alone? Why would I do that? I love the look of your grumpy face. Francis has been rambling on about the Calthorpes and all of Richard's perfect horses. Maybe he'll be a bit less stressed with a new prize horse for own. Okay, 48 is such a low level. It feels like, okay, let's see. Grab this really quick because we've got some money to use here. Here's our newest quarter horse out of the same line of quarter horses, so let's use them. Unit up as 4. We need to get you to 5. Quarter horse, please. When I read it in the right section. It's already selected. We're gonna ignore the fact that I apparently couldn't read that. Not too worried in pattern here. They don't have to be a rank 5 horse with the absolute best stats, but decent stats would help. I do kind of want a different color. I hate to say it, game. I want to bring some different colors in. You've got champagne done. This could work for a little bit of interesting color added in. I know where he's going with that. I do know where he's going with that. I just don't know how I messed up saying it so well. My brain sometimes works faster than my mouth, I guess. If you weren't a cult, that is the problem. And yeah, that probably did the quest in spades, but... Okay. Now you're just being mean. There we go, but you're rank 4. You've definitely got an interesting color and pattern, though. What is the chances for rank 5? I didn't double check. A 40% chance, so it might take us a couple tries here. Now we got another filly, which is what I'm looking for, but not the grade or the rank. Nope. You're gonna run out of money here in a second. Well, I'm getting fillies now. That is this thing I did want, but man, that hitting that 40% is apparently a lot harder than it would seem. Neither of what I want. You're now getting further away. There we go. Ooh, you're pretty. Okay. Sarcastic regret. Oh, I'd have to do it with a thoroughbred if they were the right color, but old regret would be really interesting. For anyone who isn't aware, that is a Man from Snowy River reference, which is my absolute favorite movie that I'd both consider a Western and a horse movie. Like, hands down, I don't think anything will ever come close to being my favorite as far as that movie goes. Um, I want to give you another, like, Western name. That's gonna work. Damn. Okay. Okay, so just apostrophe S doesn't work on everything? Thing is, I'm not getting a lot of things that I want for... What am I thinking for Western? Nope. Yeah, a lot of things can't be plural, which is such an interesting dilemma when it comes to this. Hmm. Especially because I want something that can be read out. If I wasn't so big and something could be read out, I could really name just about anything. Wait, what's just not the word I can... Oh. Well, it helps if I spell it right to begin with. Oh, directions aren't just... Uh, yeah. Okay. They're not things that are added. Never mind. That makes more sense. Road must not be a word. I'm laughing that that's a thing, but okay. Fair enough. That works. We'll say it's Western. Okay, so yes, that... Finish that one. See, Francis, lighten up. We got this. I still don't like that, Calthorpe kid, though. Cruel Edge, Calamity's Delight. Who does he think he is? He's a bit edgy, is all. Okay. Oh, we're down to the upgrading part real quick. I can't add any more, darn it. Okay. Well, at least I could add one. Oh, I need to upgrade everything, that's right. Yep, we've upgraded storage, which is perfect for me. Because I keep running out of space in it. Oh my gosh, that's right, we have to train everybody again. But I don't know... New railings, okay. Do I get to do the thing yet where I can go... Nope, I can't. Select how many times I want to train them. Maybe eventually that's the thing that'll be able to do. Where did all our money go? Man. Oh, okay. I doubt any of my horses are going to be... Yeah. I think we're going to need a grade 6 horse, right? Or not yet. We made some good gains today. The gates are working much better. Hey, Sophie, what's up? Oh, nothing. Alright, are you going to tell me more about this love interest of yours, or what? It's going really well, thanks. I don't want to jinx it, but I think maybe we're going to take it to the next level. Oh, exciting. Okay. How about that new silo, Sophie? Hi, Francis. It looks ace. Now we don't have to worry so much over winter. One less worry, at least. Yeah, it does seem like we have a lot of things to worry about. Did you say it was just... Okay, we're going back just a smidge. Yeah, definitely can't bet on this one. Okay, that was an easy quest, which I wonder if that was why it was that way. It's been a while since we visited Yara Park. Let's go back and show them what we're made of. Those other teams don't know what hit them. Yeah, considering my horse is just a smidge over leveled. Grade 4 or higher, so maybe we are still at grade 5. Aha, but we go up a level. Gotcha, okay. Is everything okay, TJ? Now I've noticed your reluctance to let Megan visit. This isn't related to your accident, is it? Maybe. I haven't really thought about it. And now this thing with Paul taking Megan to the other stables. I know I'm being unfair, he's just trying to do his best for our daughter. I think we just need to have a good talk. Oh yeah, that's right, because she had a horse riding accident. Do you think it's why she doesn't ride? Or she doesn't ride often? Okay. So we can't go up in grade. But I guess we're going to try to go and try to get up in stats. Here, legacy. So I'm going to mess around here at all. I'm going to try to get another full from them. I might have to do a money grind here in a second. Yeah, I think it's probably what's going to have to happen. You're not getting particularly good stat options. I do actually need all A's here, because that is what that horse has. So with that in mind, I will be right back. I'm going to really quickly do a money grind, and then we'll get right back to trying to get a full. Okay, well, I've got the funds, so let's try again for this full, and hopefully we get a little bit better odds here. Let's see what we're going to do. Yep, okay. We just need to get 5 A's, which we definitely got a little bit of money to play with here, and hopefully we get it. It's going to depend, though. To be fair, the stats might not keep with what we'd like, and I might actually end up getting B's on the full. As I noticed, that has been happening a little bit when I've been like going through the minimization of fulls, and now it takes maybe 20 fulls or more before I'm a bit happy with the one I do get, it seems like. But maybe we'll get lucky. Nope, here we go. Ooh. That'll be an interesting combination. Let's see. Yep, there we go, 2 Bs. Right off the bat. I love the blue eyes, love the dapples, but not what we need. This is one of those times I will take a colt. If I get a colt with 5 A's, I will take it. If it's a little bit higher than the mother right now. Because I mainly need them for racing, and I can always get a sibling. 3 A pluses and 1 B. Game, you are hurting my soul. But it does mean those A pluses are definitely possible. No A pluses. Another really pretty full, though. Gotta cross our fingers, we got 9 more chances before I need to super quickly grind out for some more money. Made a few more A pluses here. Mom has 2 and like full to have 3. If at all possible. Kinda getting closer on that measure. Ooh, you are a pretty color though. Just gonna have to hold out. I don't think we're gonna get 5 A pluses across the board for some time though. Nope, we got our another B. Another interestingly lovely coat though. Some of these I do wonder what they look like as adults. If I get another cult, though, I do need to let them be an adult for the sake of... I guess I do have a questing Assault Stallion, and I keep forgetting. Nope, not quite. Ooh. Very lovely dapples, though. Ooh, that is the worst stats we've seen yet, I think. Definitely not the direction I want to go. Okay, well this one we're going to see as an adult real quick. Doesn't really matter what your name's going to be for right now. Nope, I need a... There we go. At least I get to see what this color would look like, and honestly just kind of light enough that not really seeing much of the definition that you got to see as a full. Okay, sorry buddy, that's how that one works. But at least I got that quest done. Let's see. Nope, not any better. Another pretty color, though. Last try before I gotta sit down and do another skip for more funds. How much does it cost per try? Yeah, just enough that I can't afford a secondary try. Old friend is after a couple horses, a mare and a stallion. Friend is very happy with his purchase, he's even give us a little extra. Nice. Well, I am going to take a look at the races though, because I did train these horses last one. So maybe the odds aren't too bad. I do think we had better odds. Let's try this. Let's give it a try. We might be able to do it. Blatant success. That's a name and a half. I also do need to get another Sally Frente that I haven't bred another one of those recently.
We're underway here at Kildare. A great start.
It has been hitting my spacebar particularly hard. Sorry about that.
Success is fast on the inside. Counting down the course, it's Silver Song. A length
he's using sprint. Just a bit there.
Condition in 14th position. At the 1200, it's blatant success. Silver Song wants the front.
Yes, he does. He wants to be ahead.
Forward. A length behind, it's Voyager Rockfish. Hedgehog Rush pushing past horses. Hedgehog Rush charging through.
I think the biggest thing is just doing this sprint early tends to help quite a bit. Don't like how far he's pulling away though.
Hedgehog Rush gaining momentum and flying through. Polish Sunbeam with a brilliant turn of foot. At the 700 marker, it's blatant.
I can use two, but I also think he's going to do the same here in a second.
To get in a better position, has cleared out from Voyager Rockfish. Exotic Snore gathering momentum. Blatant success, piloting the field. Silver Soft struggling. Flatulent Friend gaining momentum and flying.
They're struggling, just I'm not gonna zoom too far ahead. Too fast.
Silver Soft in second spot has raced away with a clear lead from Exotic Snore. Blatant success.
Oh, this is the first one we're gonna lose. No. Yeah, that was on me. I should have lost, but no cigar. We did get second, but I think I did need to actually get another full, and I was like, oh no, it'll be fine. You might think you're doing well, but you'll be back in the mud soon enough. Then again, I wonder if we ever find out that he's cheating. I wouldn't entirely be surprised if that's something that ends up happening in that storyline. Hey, what other goals do I have to do? Oh, mostly these. Okay. Was that what I needed to train? Sprint, okay. Oopsie daisies. There we go. There's that one. Been an inquiry from someone after a true sprinter with some race experience. How'd that training work out for you, Sophie? Yeah, all good. The buyer was happy. Nice work. Right back at ya. Okay. That'll be easier in a second with a little bit more money. But I need to make sure I care for you here in a second because I forgot about this for a minute. Well, I'm doing that because I have just enough. And by the time I'm done, which I'm actually just not going to skip this time because I should be able to get it pretty quick. I just need it for the training because I think what's going to happen is I'm going to be able to get to rank 9, and as soon as I get to rank 9, probably going to be able to get grade 6 horses. If that's the case, I'm not particularly worried about doing this on camera. Whoops. It'd be so much better if I could type it in, but I can't actually type it in. Oh, darn it. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be down to 1,000 to bet with. Okay, okay. I'll be able to get it back. The bet is the thing that actually gets you money, which is why I'm like, preferably like that back. The more you can bet, max is best if you can. The more you can bet on your horse getting first if it's guaranteed, the quicker you're going to get your money. Basically, it's just a quick way to earn it. Then again, maybe 9 won't be grade, or grade 6, but I think it is. I'm not sure. Nope. Not quite what I'm looking for. If I can get about 200,000, I think I can train the 10 per stat thing on my lowest level horse currently. But they also haven't raced, so that might take a second. So I might have to train him just a bit. Or use their full for the remaining. Actually, their full might be able to train the remaining. There we go. Yep, I can care for you. Now I can skip. There we go. Very pretty, and from there... Probably only need to train the first 3, actually. I don't think it's all 5. Okay, 1 more on speed. There we go. Man, that Calthorpe is a real jerk. We need to train hard to take him on. Yup. There, hopefully that will do. Let's see him try taking His Majesty's Hope on this time. Thank you, Trenton. Every improvement helps. Okay. Looks like we're off to Pearl River soon. It's a pretty tough race, I've heard. Do this real quick, because this is going to be the easy part. Need to earn 9,000 from this, which is going to take a second. Not skip this time. Tell you for now. And then our Queen of Treasure will get up to, what is it? Level 15, so we can do the 15 for sprint. Means I gotta start a little lower. Ooh, okay, you're not gonna be able to do that. Maybe if I do this, it'll make it a bit easier. Gosh, I can't wait for the thing, if I'm able to get it, where you can just be like, okay, I want to train this skill this many times, this is how much it's going to cost, how many resources. And I don't have to individually click over and over and over. This works now. Possibly not. Second is good, but I'm losing some of the money I put in. Maybe one more and all of your skills might help, might not. We'll find out. A little bit more distance between those odds, so maybe, but it might be a second again. Yep. That's fine. There's a lot more distance between those odds. The only reason I don't ride the horses during this is it is so time consuming to train a horse from the starting point to... I don't even necessarily do 25 all the time. I do it to where I can actually end the training. Which right now is, I think, 18 now? 19? Even though they're 11 now, they won't really be able to compete super well at the level 11 races. We'll do 6 until they're about 15. Once I hit 15, I'm not going to worry about training them further because I just need it for the thing. But at that point, I think I can do the level 11 plus races quite a bit more comfortably. It does ruin a little bit of the, hey, I'm doing races, my horse could lose, but my horse could win. And I'm riding him and it's fun, because you just have to do this to earn currency, and I don't know... I can't speak for mobile. I've tried a tiny bit of the mobile version of this, and it's okay. I don't really have feelings on it one way or the other, aside from it is a bit microtransaction-y for my tastes, and I'm not generally a fan of that. But I'd also say I'm not one of those people who's been around mobile games a lot and has really been able to get into them and stick with them as much as I'd like to in some cases. So I do know there is some pretty significant differences, and I wonder if the way you get currency is one of them. I'd assume so. And I wonder if that's why it's the way it is for this. If it is just a little bit of a... When it was set up, it wasn't really meant... Or really wasn't thought out as well as they'd meant for it to be as a way to earn money. Like, yes, you would run races to get money as the owner and jockey and such, but not like this. Not necessarily entering your horse in every single race, especially if they're a bit too good for the race. And even then, you have longer periods in between. So not exactly quite the realism I think a lot of people wanted. Man, the focus is sprint currently. There we go. How is the homestead collection doing? It's another 2,500. Okay, perfect. Now let's see about the foal. So I think I can just skip now. All A's, but only one A+. Map to see if I can get a horse with more A+'s in it. Well, not in it, but on their profile. See if that helps any. Yeah, that's a pretty color. As my voice decides to leave, that's helpful. Immensely. And I mean in full sarcasm. No, that's 2. This could work. We'll give it a try. Okay, well that's more A+'s and a really pretty coat color. But I saw that B in there. Have to cross our fingers here for a second. And get a tiny bit more money. So I don't have to continue crossing my fingers. I'll be able to know sooner. Part of the reason I skip is because the male horse is only there for so long for that selection before it auto-rotates them out. I think it's about an hour. And so if you're having to wait the full-on 10 minutes, you're getting 6 foals in that hour to try and see, which can be a pain when it's just really not working with you on stats that you want. Like, I'd rather not go down in stats to go up again. I'd rather be all A's across plus even one more A+. But it's entirely dependent on kind of what I get handed by the game. Nope. You were like the most mouse gray color I've ever seen, and I like it. But gosh darn it, your stats. No, you've gone too far backwards. Not 3Bs. Opposite of what I need. That's the wrong horse. That was about to be a different problem. Okay, 13 seconds, and I'm gonna need it. Plus, I'm also gonna need to clean out this for sure. Down to 5 on everything again. Okay, so far that is still working. Why is my eye itching? There we go. It hopefully will stop now. I'm gonna ask why, but generally it's an eyelash. 9 times out of 10, it's an eyelash. That has decided to escape the confines of its prison where it grew and escape into my eye. Okay. I am liking the color, just darn it on the stats. I think even then I would have taken the Colt if the stats were good. Yep, we're gonna have to wait just a second. I need to see the skip thing in my mind and be like, oh, nope, need to go to the next horse in line instead of doing it this way. If this is really a distraction from having to have the homestead slowly generate money, let me collect it for a quest. This take so long. Nope, there we go. You should be fine. Do I think? I think they are going to get sold. I don't think I'm going to do that breed. There's something about how they look that I'm not a fan of. And I can't put my finger on it aside from, maybe it's that they're just very... They remind me of a greyhound. A bit. Or a sighthound, maybe? There's something very interesting about how they look that is just, for me, currently, a smidge off-putting. I don't know if I'm gonna I might try to breed Mustangs instead, but I'm not sure. Because I do have the quarter horses. Do maybe 1, 2 more. Downside is they're a really, really good racer right now because they had good stats from the beginning. Their mother, I think, had all A's on the market, or all A's and 1B. And I just kind of worked off that, which went really well. But the downside being, again, I don't care for how they look for some reason. And to skip, there we go. No! The odds are not in my favor today. I need them to be just a smidge. Come on, you can do it. There we go, finally. Oh wow, you were gorgeous. Ooh. Is that? It is. How about that? That is. That works. Perfect. Oh, this is going to be super interesting. Okay, finally the luck has gone back into my favor, apparently, after I complained. If I knew I needed to lodge a complaint sooner, I would have. And there's that. Means that quest is done. Looks like we're off to Pearl River soon. Yep. You think you'll be enough to beat me at Pearl River? You wish, amateurs. Jeez, lighten up, man. Tone it down or you'll live longer. Honestly, yeah. He is gonna be, like, so stressed as a person. And more upgrading to do. Which means all the money I just grabbed. Ooh, looks nice. Is about to go poof. But now we have more space. Hey, we're still in grade 5. Okay. Perfect. Not as worried about that small problem then. I don't think it's new customization so much as I have access to new customization. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's not a bad set. But yeah, the really nice ones are, later? I have no idea what that means. That symbol. Yeah, some of these are like 19 or 20. Every so often I swear they've added new ones, but I don't think they have. I just think my brain is like, oh yeah, they did. That's like Easter. Nice sort of a 4th of July. Halloween one. I don't really see there's a Christmas one other than maybe winter. You want to kind of consider these that somehow, but I don't think so, really. I don't know. I do know mobile has a few other tax sets I think that we've never seen yet in here. The Wedding Venue is doing great, but we could always improve our services. I think it's time we built a lodge. We've had so many inquiries about accommodation. Maybe the Woods are going to love the new addition. This is actually a nice idea. Well, that's an easy investment, because I need more anyways. We're doing really well lately. How about we get a new stall to celebrate? All done. I hope Francis is pleased with how things are progressing. Sophie, I've been impressed since you started here. You're a great help. How are you doing? Thanks, Francis. I'm okay. Megan is annoyed because I didn't bring her to meet His Majesty's Hope during the holidays. I just hate disappointing her. I mean, you could always bring the child to, like, see the horses, but I also get, like, the storyline being, hey, I've had an accident. I don't really feel comfortable doing that. I do get it. Time to upgrade these and watch my money immediately evaporate, as though I never had any to begin with. I am surprised we got through two ranks in a day. Normally it takes a bit more, recently at least. I've been looking at the old horse walker. I think we should finally get it working again. Now we're talking. The walker is all fixed. We're making a real state-of-the-art facility. Oh, that's right. I want to see this. Is there any of my horses that can compete in it? You would be perfect. Let's just train you a little bit further. Or not, because what do you mean that it costs that much? Good lord. Hopefully this does this quest. These are the advanced races. I don't know if there's another cross-country map aside from this in Switzerland, but I'd assume at some point there might be more added. Yeah, we're not doing too bad, I don't think, time-wise. Actually keeping up the sprint really well, which I'm more surprised about. That was my main worry. Oh, we're not doing bad at all. Even with a little bit more training needed. Okay, nice. We're done for now. I found a way to make Computer Garden's course more of a challenge. Give it a try. How did you find the harder courses? Did the new time to beat make them more challenging? Were you frustrated? Now that fellow competitors take an interest in you, harder times will be a way of life. Want to receive an ambassadorship from that magazine, you need to dominate the leaderboards. Yeah, that is fair. If you have a competitor, you have to actually think about being competitive. Let's do a free roam real quick. I do kind of want to see what their coat looks like. Ooh. They do have a really nice coat. Ah. I keep forgetting how the camera mode for this one works. Oh yeah, that is really nice. I wonder if I ever get them to pass it on. Maybe. Trails need to be in perfect shape for, can you check him out? I can't believe I'm standing in front of her. Welcome, these are the stables, and this is... Oh no, I'm rambling. I'm so sorry. I'm a huge fan. Have been for years. I'm Sophie. No need to apologize. It's great to meet you, Sophie. After my back injury, your post helped me stay connected to the world of horses. It means a lot to meet you in person. Oh yeah, that's right. Her accident resulted in a back injury. That's why. She's been very cautious, which is entirely understandable. And we're doing good on those, though. Okay, it's just telling me again that there's new stuff, etc., etc. How are we doing on time? And get yours up just a bit more. We might be able to do that last cross-country course, or the next one. Not the last one so much as. Darn you. Okay, so that one's gonna have to wait a second. I'm gonna have to wait on. Probably the money from the homestead because I don't want to do too much selling of that just yet. Otherwise, I'll just clear it out and re-get it. With that in mind, though, I think that is where I'm going to end it, and I'll go from there. But so far, we've gotten through the rest of one tier. It breezed through the second, and we're into rank 9 now, which is great and is very helpful, and we're going to continue from there. But yeah, I can't wait to see how Mist is going to do, and you'll get to see them as an adult next time. I will try to get a decent surplus of money this time before we start tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but next time. Please like and subscribe. Comments also help a ton when dealing with YouTube's algorithm, which I'm learning more and more about. Um, Absolutely love to know what breed you think I should do next, or try to work on in this game more, or like what pattern you'd like to see more of, be it like the Pinto pattern, Appaloosa pattern, Spotted, those sort of things. With that in mind, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining.